Welcome to our living room's bilges.
Good God.
We've had this blimmin' thing for a year and a half and we haven't even got moving.
So as a lot of you know, it took us quite a few weeks to get our lovely new floor put down here in the kitchen. Yes, it's lovely, but it's not lovely anymore, is it? Because we've had another little leak, and this is what we were welcomed with. I mean, at this point, a year and a half in, we've realised it's just normal, really, if you live on a boat to have these sort of problems. We had a loose fitting under the sink. Becks sorted all that out, Becks. It's always Becks doing it, isn't it? Never me. Becks has let them all sit out and dry. No, sorry, we let them all sit out and dry nicely, and we've let the floor dry nicely. All nicely, yes. The hatch is looking fine as well. I mean, it looked pretty disgusting before, didn't it? But it's amazing that when it dries, it actually doesn't look too bad. And I think it's just one of these things that you've got to get used to on a narrowboat. And Becks is doing it all anyway, so it's not my problem. I'm joking, of course. It is we. There are two of us in this.
So here's a few of our pieces of floor that we had to pull back up. We've just had them out, left them to dry for a while, and as you can see, not a lot of damage done really. They've dried out quite nicely. Dried them nice and flat so they don't go wonky like a banana. And the floor's all nicely drying out as well, so that's been like a week or so, I think. And so all we need to do really, perhaps just give it a bit longer just to determine that the sink is definitely not going to leak again, and then we'll just glue them back down. So for anyone who was worried, worry no more, they are fine.
Check out this flooded landing strip here. Yeah, it doesn't look like Narrowboat Will is coming to visit Crobot anytime soon.
Here at Crobot Towers, we don't hold anything back. We give you the good with the bad. I think it's fairly safe to say that living on a narrowboat, as much as it can be beautiful and idyllic and this perfect romanticised lovely dream, it does come with its troubles and its difficulties, because living on a boat at the end of the day is not the same as living on a house. It has special sets of consideration. It requires different sort of considerations. So here, we're just telling it to you straight. The good and the bad, baby. Come on board.
So if you're new here, you may want to check over the last 100 or so episodes of absolute narrowboaty chaos.
Find a boat, get a quick survey, then go cruising forever, eh? That's exactly what didn't happen. We didn't get a survey. We discovered a huge leak in our bilges after 2 days of owning the narrowboat, and now we've spent the last year and a half trying to get it ready to cruise every river and canal on the UK network forever.
It has been anything but straightforward.
So today we are delving into the soul of our rustic boaty kitchen, because we have got some juicy little bits and bobs to accomplish in there.
You a fan of copper, Becks?
Yeah, woo!
But first, there was a certain bit of bob that Becks was itching to get her grubby little Crobot fingers on.
So let's shoot back to about a week ago, and there is a point to all this, you will see.
There she is, half done. That blimmin' steel shower tray. That is going to be freezing on our little toes in the winter months, isn't it? Quick showers all round, I think.
Well, my theory is that metal warms up very quickly, so you just run the water on it for a second and then stand in it, it'll be grand.
Good way of saving water either way, isn't it? So this thing here, as you can see, is absolutely wrecked. Good. Someone on the marina has thrown a couple of bits out. I think we're going to try and pinch it and put it there, aren't we? All sorts of boaty things in here. So come back to that and have a little nosy in a minute, see what's in there. Let's grab these drawers and see what we're up against. I mean, you are in for a treat, guys. You've had the shower tray today. I mean, this is narrowboat life to the extreme, to the max, isn't it, Bex?
Off-grid. Half off-grid.
Is it off-grid if you're in a marina? It ain't really, is it? Ish. Oh, it is a little bit.
If we weren't connected up to the shore line, then it'd be a bit more in a way, but it's not really.
It's more like you're just on holiday.
It's a bit like calling glamping camping. It's not really. It sort of is, but it isn't. That'll fit, no problem.
And you wanted this as well?
Oh, go like that.
Yeah, we are definitely turning into them people now at this stage, aren't we? I mean,
I've always been this way, I think. I don't think I'm turning.
What, a skanky little bugger that doesn't like paying for anything?
What I like to call it is resourceful. In fairness, one of the girls on the marina told us we wanted them to take them. We wouldn't have done otherwise.
Week after week I see that we're turning into those people that just take things and have a purpose for everything. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. But sometimes you don't need it and then you're just building up this whole backlog of junk, aren't you? And the wombat slowly filling up more and more and more. And it's quite a small area. You've only got enough space for sort of your main bits, haven't you? But let's do drawer by drawer. Let's see what goodies we've got in here. Got a lock. Oh, loads of old rope that no one wants. Put all the rope in that one. More rope. More rope. Pregnancy test?
Turkey baster, isn't it? No, it's for checking your batteries.
Are you clever, aren't you? They shove that in the belly button and then they work out if you're pregnant or not.
How are babies born, Chris?
Stork delivers them. Bit of lovely junk piping. Bung that in the bin.
Oi! No,
What?
no, no, no. I've got a really good idea. We can do something funky with this.
Alright, something from inside a Kinder Egg. What are these? I've always seen these. These are what real narrowboaters use.
Are they not some way of like locking your rope or something?
Something to do with the ropes, isn't it? Beck's going to... We really wanted a metal one because these plastic ones go all brittle, don't they? Over time it will probably start shattering, it being outside.
We will get a metal one, but this is just temporary because it's there and ours are so battered.
Thanks, Laura.
Our new posh plastic utility unit. We are getting posher by the day, eh?
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
We are definitely turning into those people, guys. And you remember that little bit of copper piping that Bex wouldn't let me throw away a minute ago? Yeah, she's got a little plan for it.
Huzzah! So me and Chris thought it'd be really nice to introduce some more copper into the kitchen to sort of tie in like the tap and various other bits and bobs we've got going along. So we thought it'd be fun to make some like pot hangers and like a kitchen towel roll holder and then a shelf at the end of the bench as well. So we're going to start off with the pot hanger thing.
And the pot hanger thing requires a trip to B&Q.
Off we go to get these bits and bobs.
We've got a good old shopping list and some badly drawn diagrams. We're ready.
Here we are. One of Becca's crazy inventions.
We're going back to Becca's laboratory.
Can we get out of the way? Thank you.
So yeah, we're local celebrities around these areas and everyone moves out our way. A joke there. If anyone did, it's probably for the wrong noisy reasons.
Copper screws. What's next?
You need the copper aisle.
What's down the copper aisle?
Copper.
This is the old screw fix hack. Go to B&Q and then you just check on the old screw fix website, which is around the corner. What we got?
So B&Q 3 metres of 15mm copper pipe, £12.56. Screw fix, the exact same thing, £10.48. £2 more.
Yeah, I mean that's not a great work, is it? Some stuff's like 10 quid cheaper.
So nabby these here and then off to screw fix for the big boys. I was very impressed by the selection of gloves in screw fix. I mean, they've only got about 10 items on display and 7 of them are a glove. So yeah, very impressed.
Copper saddle, they're for really tiny horses.
Will we get them in? Yeah, we'll get them in. Copper bends easily, don't it?
Okay, so this is the area where Becca will carry out her copper madness.
So basically got up a piece of copper pipe and we're going to have our 2 sort of nipply flange things here and a little rail that comes out with some hooks on to hang our pans. So we're just trying to decide how wide to have it. So what do you reckon, Chris?
Yeah, I think that's good, yeah.
We're quite good at it, can be that high. So we're just going to measure the width of this thing. So The flanges are a little bit too big for the pipe. It's a bit too big for the fan. So what we've got are these reducing bushes which just thread into the flange like that, and these are 15mm, so the pipe will just sit in there much more snugly like that, and it'll hold it in place better. All we need is a couple of elbows on each end of the rail, so we'll have like a sort of C-shaped piece.
You should probably check if you're going to drill in the wall for sort of electrical wires. We didn't. Whack the little appliances up there and off you go, eh? I mean, these are pretty terrible little appliances. We're going to get some lovely, nice new ones up here. I mean, look at these end two.
You can whisk, you can mash, you can fry, you can pinch, you can unbottle.
Yeah, it gives you an idea anyway. Awesome. So how many of you guys have been down in your Narrowboat's bilges? I mean, we keep ending up back in the bilges, but we have never been in our living room's bilges. So today we are going under the floor into the bilges. And just more for our own sanity, really, because we know we've got to get in here in the next months.
Becca's bed will move, got to move all this stuff up. We're going to try and get the carpet up. Finally, the living room is the only part of the boat where we haven't actually got into the bilges. So today we're going to take the carpet up and we're going to get our grubby little fingers down there and just see what's going on under there. I mean, we know it's going to be quite rusty under there and there's going to be water in there, but we just want to see sort of what extent. Should we just move this into the kitchen bit? It'll be fine. I said to Becks that we're going to have to move all this stuff on the right here in order for us to pull the carpet up. She says we'll just cut into the carpet with a knife, so fair play.
I'm not being funny, but it's not some sort of delicious Persian carpet or something, is it? It's like just some horrible grotty carpet we're going to be getting rid of anyway.
Yeah, it is. She's going to slice right through that. I want no part of it, Rebecca. It's always Becks pulling things up, isn't it? Taking wall panels out, flooring up, and then look at her tear away at it. What do you reckon we're going to find under here?
It's a really long board. Look there, and we could just flap it back.
Shear into our living room carpet like none other then.
See how hard it is. Not at all.
Do you want me to tear it?
Right, stop. I think we'll carry on, we'll just cut it.
Did you not like my?
Well, when I pulled it, we got a nice clean edge. And then you come along. I don't know how you do it.
Superhuman strength, remember, Becks? Slightly different to your sort of cruising the cut vlog. Sort of intellectual, in-depth look at narrowboat life. Well, this is Becks's narrowboat life. Pair of scissors, chomp away at it.
By any means necessary.
Go and give it a spin. She's still learning. We'll get her up to scratch. It seems to be catching at this top end. Don't know if there's a screw in. This is now we're in a Becca world, aren't we? This is. Let's grab her a multi-tool. Girl loves a multi-tool. You can't get anything up. Hack away at it with the multi-tool. The girl is an artist with her multi-tool.
What are you on about?
First applying the scissor technique and then she'll proceed with the multi-tool.
So just a little cut and hopefully she'll slide free. Wait! And though rusty, it wasn't wet down here, so that was a good sign.
A little bit underwhelmed by it, I'm not going to lie. We knew it was going to be like this. This is the old hull, by the way, so there's an old hull on this boat, which is 8mm, and then underneath that we've got 12.5 one, a new one. So this is normally really fun. Yeah, it's good fun, isn't it? It's not wet though, is it? But this here isn't rotten like it was at the back.
It's wet. Well, you won't feel it through your glove, but...
There's quite a big hole there where the water would come through, you'd think.
This is where our water pipe comes through, so yeah, obviously some slightly wetter.
There's always little bits of water in the bow thruster area. We're wondering if this is just condensation, really, and it builds up over 6 months, and there's a hole here where it can trickle through, and then over the course of 6 months, you know, it it's a lot, isn't it? So all that needs to be is a couple of inches water in there, and it'll start coming through into this part and go down to the back of the boat.
We really need to see the other side.
You sure you want to start ripping this all up now?
Why wait till tomorrow what you can do today?
Okay.
So under the stern is the bow thruster area, and there always seems to be a little bit of water in there. We do think now, though, it's condensation.
Does this process make any of you guys want to have a little look down into your bilges, if you haven't been down there yet? I'm going to crack on with the old drilly willy.
Look at the fine selection of different screws you use for the job. Yeah, just careful with the fine.
Okay, here we go. This is nice and easy.
Right,
exciting.
So the Narrowboat was never fitted with any automatic bilge pumps that extract the water down here, and you're always going to get water in your bilges at some point. You need to get rid of it. So over the course of 15 years, the water collected down here had nowhere to escape to.
Welcome to our living room's bilges.
So the past year and a half, we've scraped the whole boat out and we've treated it, but we haven't done the living room yet. So this isn't a shock to us.
One of our nipples from when it had the... No, belly button, sorry. From when it had the extra base plate put on.
Not all belly buttons are the same, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this one is square. It's totally solid, the wood.
It's just rust dust.
It's weird that it's sensible.
Off you go then, Becks. Get scraping.
So for those that saw the last episode...
So Becks has just noticed that these guys, when they made the boat, also found a really nice way of letting the pipe run through, because our way was really nice, wasn't it?
You see that?
Yeah.
Just about laid it out. Nice little touches.
Yeah. And then Crobot came along and really let rip. But it worked. Hide it all away again for the next owner.
All jokes aside, we will be completely treating this area and rectifying it.
Going rapid. Chrissy Crobot special.
Sorry, who's special?
I put all the kindling stuff in and lit it up, didn't I?
No. You started the fire and it went out. And I came in and I redid it all.
No one likes a cocky bastard, do they?
Nobody does like a cocky bastard.
So all back down, that is going to be a great job for me to crack on with in the next months. Traces of Becca's carpet carnage and Humphrey, Becca's longified hot water bottle.